Hey everybody, it's Lavender Town, and today I'm going to teach you guys how you can make custom stickers and t-shirts for your friends and family this Christmas, or also for merchandising if you have a webcomic or a YouTube channel that you want to make merch for. I'll start with talking about stickers. So the good thing about stickers is they're actually relatively easy to take from a digital illustration file straight to a sticker on some site like Redbubble or Society6. Unlike with t-shirts, you don't have to have a very large file size because stickers are a lot smaller. And if you're trying to do this for merch, it's also a good idea because stickers are a much lower price point than, say, a t-shirt, which might be something a bit more advanced. You'd have to have more intense fans who would be willing to drop like $20 or $30 on a t-shirt. Whereas if someone's a casual reader of your webcomic, buying a $4 or $5 sticker will be more in line with what they're willing and able to do. So the idea behind designing stickers is relatively simple. The first thing you want to think about when you're designing them is that, well, the sticker is going to be peeled off a sheet of paper. So you want to make sure there aren't any spindly parts of your drawing that are going to stick out and possibly get ripped when people take the sticker off the sheet. I know that Redbubble has a pretty good quality sticker, so you might be able to get away with some more spindly type designs, but in general, I would say it's a lot safer to make sure that your drawing is relatively consolidated into the center and doesn't have too many details sticking off the edges, just to be safe. One of the things that's absolutely critical when you're designing a sticker is to make sure that you're drawing on a transparent background. It's okay to have a background layer with white or gray underneath it, but as long as those layers are separate, because otherwise your sticker will have the background white image and will be like a square. So if you want them to actually be the shape of whatever you're drawing, you got to make sure that the only thing that has color on it is the part that you actually want printed onto the sticker. You also have to make sure that you're exporting as a PNG and make sure that transparency is on, because otherwise it won't acknowledge that you have a transparent background and it will add a white background automatically. JPEGs do not work for this because they don't support transparency, so make sure it's a PNG. So my idea for this sticker set was that I was going to do 2 of my 4 main characters on 2 separate stickers so that you could get the full main cast with only 2 stickers. I thought that that would add a little extra value to them, and doing just the characters' heads is a great way to make sure that the sticker will peel off well and not have those aforementioned spindly bits I was talking about. This is a good idea whether you're going to do merchandise or if you're going to do Christmas gifts, because a lot of people will like gifts of, you know, cartoonified versions of themselves or their pets or something like that, and just sort of drawing a cartoon head is actually a really great way to make a sticker. It's very cute, it's personal, and it's a great way to make your art feel more solid, like a real object. A lot of the times I feel like just giving someone a digital image doesn't feel enough like a real gift. This is something you can actually physically give them on Christmas or any gift giving events, birthdays, all of that kind of stuff. Another thing you can do, and this is even easier, is to take someone's motto or their favorite saying or some word that means a lot to them and pick out a really beautiful font and then make that into a sticker, and then they can put it wherever they like. This is another really simple way to make a personalized gift that will feel really important to this person, and it's not going to be very expensive. So it's great if you want to do something really special but you don't have tons and tons of money. If you're not a digital artist, you can still do this. What you have to do is you have to take the picture that you want to turn into a sticker, take a photograph of it, or even better, scan it into like a printer, and then you want to take it into a free drawing program like GIMP or Fire Alpaca. I believe both of those can export PNGs with transparency, and then you just want to take with like the magic wand tool all of the paper that's around your image, and you want to just delete that and then export it, and it will work just as well. So next up, let's talk about designing t-shirts. I feel like almost every artist has tried to or will try to design a t-shirt at some point in their life. There's a lot of tempting reasons why, even beyond gifts and merchandise. Sometimes you just have an idea for a shirt and it just doesn't exist, and why not make it if you're an artist and you can do that? I mean, it's a really great way to have a unique wardrobe, that's for sure. So some of the same rules apply when it comes to making shirts as it did to making stickers. Again, you want to make sure that you're not drawing onto a flat color layer. You want to make sure that's something you can peel away and export as a transparent PNG so that you can move the design around and put it exactly where you want onto your shirt. There's nothing wrong with having a big box sort of image on a shirt, but I find that they're a little bit more dynamic and interesting looking if you make sure that they're not stuck in a box, not so clearly like totally filling up the entire area that your design can possibly go. If you're making this as a gift for someone else, the best thing to do is to look at the clothes that they already wear and try to adjust the design in the shirt to match the kind of things that they already like. With merch, it's a little more complicated because you're trying to design for a lot of people. So for this design, I wanted to incorporate the two main focuses of my channel, which is my sort of creepy vibes, which makes me a little bit different from a lot of other art YouTubers. I feel like that's one of the things that makes my channel stand out, is that I'm always dabbling in spooky Halloween-y kind of content, and then of course the main focus of my channel, which is art. So I made this sort of Illuminati symbol with different drawing tools, and then I did this sparkly cartoon eye in the center. I just thought it would be a really cool thing that would harken back to the sort of idea of my channel without just, having my channel art on a shirt, just so that it looks a little more subtle for people who don't like wearing really merchy kind of shirts. I ended up making so many edits to this design after the first export that I'm almost considering doing two different versions of it, so that if you guys like one more than the other, you can choose between the two. That's one of the benefits of having these sort of print to order kind of sites. You can have as many designs as you want and they don't charge you or anything, so you can really experiment with it and tool around and see what looks the best. One of my biggest problems with Redbubble is that you can't restrict what colors people can buy, so there's some really ugly color combinations that just do not work and are available anyway. If you guys know how to actually restrict the colors, please let me know in the comments, because I certainly don't know how. So next up, I'm going to talk about designing for things that are a little less common. In this case, I'm designing specifically for an A-line dress. You need to think about things pretty differently than you would for a t-shirt or a sticker, because you're dealing with a lot more space. You want to think about the hem to the top of the dress. So one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that there was a design along the hem of the dress as well as a design in the chest region, so it doesn't just look like a long t-shirt design. When you're designing something bigger, it's really important that you have a big high-resolution image to import. So what you're going to want to do is make a 2400 pixel by 3200 pixel file so that the image that you end up drawing is very high-res and can be uploaded onto basically anything that Redbubble has to offer. Anytime you're doing something bigger than a t-shirt, particularly bigger than a sticker, you want to make sure that you're going pretty much to their max dimensions so that you don't run into resolution problems later, because those kind of things are very hard to fix after the fact. And you definitely don't want to put out anything or give someone something that is pixelated. This was another case where I wish I had done a rough draft and uploaded it to Redbubble, because there were a lot of changes I wanted to make once I saw how the dimensions actually worked on the dress that I was trying to put them on. I ended up making the hem design a lot smaller so that it would fade into the background a little bit more compared to the decal on the front. Redbubble kind of encourages you to put your design on as many of their products as your resolution will allow, so make sure to uncheck anything that you don't want your design on. But don't automatically uncheck everything you weren't planning to have it on, because sometimes you can find a surprising place where your design fits better than you expected. Like this sticker of Pinion and Planchette, I was only planning on having it as a sticker, but when I saw it on the hardcover sketchbook, I thought that it would work really nicely as sort of a big design. This is another reason why you should always design bigger than you're planning, because it will just allow you to experiment more once you're actually putting things on the site. I hope this video helped you guys out, or at least was entertaining to watch me make all these designs. All the designs that I made in this video are available on my Redbubble on various different things. I wanted to freshen up the shop because it is Christmas season, and a lot of you have been asking me to add more designs to my merch shop because I literally haven't done it in like over a year. So I finally got to doing it. And I thought I might as well share the process with you and all the tips and tricks I have for making merch and stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you guys in the next one. Big thank you to my patrons, including Kalpompone, Dr. Casket, Elizabeth Album, Hope Chilsum, JJJ, Blep, Blah Blah Blah, Micah Dactyl, Okamore, Ollie, Poopuik, Rachel Singh, Rosie Warlock, Sergeant Pendulum, The Artsy Moose, Yo Boy ST, Zixith, and Zoe Stardust.